Testing, testing, testing. Hold up. I'm getting her all. I didn't want y'all to be waiting any longer. Hold on. Sorry I was late. I ran across, got some tea last minute. I'm out of breath. Whew. Gotta do some more cardio, y'all. All right, that's up. I think we have sim sounds. We're gonna find out here soon. Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to stream attempt number 2. Apologize earlier. We had some chaos with the first stream. I don't know if it was fly-by-wire related because I couldn't even get my sim to load. So I uninstalled the fly-by-wire completely. Everything loaded up just fine, and so far so good. Fingers crossed we haven't had any issues. I did have some type of air crash on my last stream. I don't know. It was a new one to me. It was kind of left open-ended. Wasn't a driver timeout error. I've had that before. This was a little bit different. So I just gonna catch my breath here. We're back. We're gonna try. We're gonna try this again though. I want to fly today. I really wanted to fly the 320 Neo, but what better chance to, if we can't fly that, we'll fly the 320 CEO with Sharklets, and we'll be reading a Fenix update. I'm going to take a look at the Fenix update while we're in the Fenix. So hopefully Fenix will release their Neo sooner than later, and then fly-by-wire can be dead to me. As great as it's been over the years, I've had more issues with fly-by-wire aircraft than any other airplane in the sim, minus the 350 probably. So I think 2024 is just kind of throwing a hurdle to all the devs out there. But we're going to try to get back at it. Bills Mafia, thanks for the 15 months support. Dude, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, Bills Mafia. It's been a tough day, man. Yeah, went to Shields, went to Costco, got some things needed to get done anyway, and we're back live. I got the steaks ready to go for tomorrow, and let's just enjoy ourselves a little flight. Let's catch up, man. It's been too long. It's been too many days since we been able to stream or whatnot. So we're finally back in the airplane, back live. Glad you all are here. We'll skip the shout outs. We'll get right into this one. We need to reconnect to that sim. It looks like I was disconnected. I had to refile for the proper flight plan. I was on the wrong flight plan there. Did I figure out the problem, Andy Boyce? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if I did or not. If it's dead, say sorry to Boris. Jeremy Harvey, oh, for sure, man. I was really, really looking forward to the Boris sound pack as well. Let me get my data link software up here for the mini FCU. Captain of Villain, my Throttletek is about to be shipped this week. Awesome stuff, dude. Very cool. All right. Guys, I just ran like 8 blocks to get back to the stream. So I just catching my breath. Sorry. We're calm. The sim is working. Let me know if you have sim sounds. Let me make sure you should. I just, this happens quite frequently. When I take a break from streaming for a while, when I come back, everything is getting updated forcefully, and Streamlabs is the worst piece of software for updates. Every time I update Streamlabs, all my stuff gets wiped. I don't know why. I don't think that should be happening. Like, all my transitions and screens are still there, but all my audio settings just go completely back to default, and I have to reconfigure all my audio stuff. And I've got 3 microphones and multiple audio sources, because even the cameras that I use have mics on them. So sometimes it like defaults to my Tiller camera as the audio source when that's not even an audio source on anything on my PC. So just weirdness, man. Wrong Side Sim says OBS has been solid for you. Now let me ask you, Wrong Side, do you use OBS or Streamlabs OBS? I think the straight up OBS is more stable. I think the Streamlabs, the slobs, makes it easier, but I think it comes at a price. I think slobs comes at a price. An American running city blocks, Captain Medi. I tried, man. I tried. Okay, Streamlabs and OBS aren't related? Really? I thought they were. They're basically the same. They look the same to me. Oh, I thought they were like the same, like, kind of dev people, because OBS is very similar. I use OBS to do all my recordings, and I use Streamlabs to do regular streaming stuff. 24 has been giving me the blues lately, has been unflyable since it blew my community folder and everything else. Callie Simmer. my condolences, legitimately, because I feel your pain. I've been going through them all morning. I got to the office at 9 a.m. It took me till 11:30, about stream start time, to just load in and to get ready for the stream, and then my stream crashed 17 minutes later. So I feel your pain, Callie Simmer. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. I'm going to be monitoring my temps on this one. Somebody mentioned that could be temp related, but GPU is running 60C right now, so somebody said I don't have to worry about it till it gets to 75C, so I don't think that's going to be an issue, but we're going to just rock and roll with it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this airplane fired up, get on our way. I feel a little bit discombobulated here, but get back in the airplane, get ready to go, get this auto arm. I have us on real time now because it's basically sunset, 5 o'clock. Should make for a nice sunset flight down to Jamaica. So we'll do our fire test 1, 2, and 3. That looks good. Overhead is set. Let's come down here. Let's do FMGC initialization. I believe I'm out of date, 19 March. Yes. The reason I didn't update that is because I didn't want to add one more update to the cycle to be a potential issue. So Mr. Martini says that's cool temperature-wise. Okay, good. So as long as I'm not over 75C, I should be good, right? Wrong side. You were in Sim Update 2 beta? Yes. Yeah, I haven't done Sim Update 2 beta yet because I've been worried about some issues I've been hearing. So what's crazy though, man, I don't know if you caught this on the first stream, Wrong side, is Sim Update 1 beta was literally the best version of the sim for me. Better than Sim Update 1 even. So not sure what's going on with that. We're going to kind of grind through the ECAM, or excuse me, the ND here. We'll get the flight plan loaded up. Fort Lauderdale, ATIS is online. Let me see what they're doing here. And let's come over to ground Cerviches. Can you get the jetway to work? Hey, jetway's working beautifully. Love it. Mass and balance. Let's go ahead and load aircraft. Let's do 7 minutes. You know, we'll not do real time. We'll just do 7 minutes here. Get the aircraft up and boarded. Let's see. The ATIS says 10 left, unusable beyond Bravo 10. It's still shortened. Papa. Approaching. Hopefully we'll get 10 right for departure then. So we'll plan for 10 right for departure. We'll get this loaded up here. Fort Lauderdale departures. Runway 10 right. I believe we're on the Reggae. Yeah, Reggae 2 to Ursus. Reggae 2 to Ursus transition. Very popular fix. Going southbound out of South Florida. All the way down into Montego Bay, right? MKJS, and then MKJP is the alternate, which is the other one. Manly? I can't remember. I always confuse the two. I know MKJS is on the north side, which is where we're going. So let's go ahead and load that up. Arrival. Did we file an arrival? It's kind of funky going in there. Yeah, we're on the Lennar 7 from AdCell. No idea what they're going to land. SimBrief planned us on 7. We'll throw in the ILS 7, Lennar 7 off of AdCell. We'll put that in the box for now. We'll have some time to look at that later. 370 is our top altitude. MKJS is Sangster. Okay, thank you. And then so JP, is that, which one's Manly? That's the south one, right? Okay, so that is good. Let's do a quick secondary initialization. We're in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale from 2, secondary. We'll come back to 10 right because 10 left is shortened. So 10 right, even though 10 left is the longest in the box, 10 right in the secondary. That's something you would want to make sure you check on your NOTAMs. We'll just put, I think it's 211. We'll put you in the barrow. We'll zero out the winds. We'll get an updated weather here. Warm day in South Florida, 28C. And Magic Barrel Ref says 3000 in the box. 3000, 22. Let me make sure my mic check works. Transmit, receive doesn't work. I got to get the Moza software up. And I got to relaunch, I'm assuming, vPilot, because vPilot always has an issue with the push to talk. If I launch vPilot before, if I launch vPilot before I launch the Moza software, it won't pick up the push to talk. So that is something I have confirmed over and over again. So if you have the same Moza that I do with the FSprojects side stick, Make sure you launch your Moza software first and then launch vPilot. It still doesn't appear to be picking it up. Interesting. Because vPilot doesn't pick it up. There we go. vPilot won't pick it up for me, Vodka. All right, 22.8 is up. So then I close the Moza software after that. But
radio check.
Gotcha loud and clear. Now, he probably won't be able to hear me. Let me see, because my audio is probably jacked up from that too, I'm assuming. Let's see, audio. No, that seems to be working. Microphone. Radio check.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. I thought that was going to reset all that. All right. I don't run it while flying, no, Vodka, but for some reason, if I launch vPilot without Moza software running, it won't acknowledge my push-to-talk button. It just kills my push-to... It just says I don't have a push-to-talk, even if it's bound properly, so I have to rebind it. All right. We got our flight plan in the box. We got our VOR constraint mode. Let's see. Secondary progress page. We'll put K Fort Lauderdale in there. Perf data init B. We'll zoom you over to this page. We are done fueling 11.3 in the tanks. We'll put 11.3 right here. With that done, let's go ahead and get our fuel tank pumps on. Turn off these lights here. I feel like I can turn that off. It's kind of that weird time of day where everything's all jacked up. Oh, fun fact for you. So we have an aircraft in the fleet discovered that as soon as you press the APU master switch, if you wait, I want to say 20 seconds, it automatically starts the APU. It's the only one in the fleet that does that, and it's not even the newest one. So welcome to Airbus. Auto APU starts coming soon. You heard it here first. Yeah, I hit the APU power switch, and then about 30 seconds later, I looked up, and the APU was running, and I was like, what? So I didn't believe it, and then on the next leg, I tried it, and sure enough, it's not even in our manual yet. So I'm pretty sure there's a read file for that coming out soon. Yeah, APU auto start when you just hit the push button. So anyway, we're booting up here. We're good to go. Hey, at least it's not an auto shutdown. Don't tell full flap. I know. Well, full flap still has to flip, what, like 13 switches to get the APU running? Power up all the ECDs, got to power up the fuel pumps. A320neo compatible in Microsoft 2020. I'm not sure next one. We'll have to take a look at the blog post from Fenix. No, this is Sim Update 1, Sherwin Scott. We are Sim Update 1. Sim Update 1, APU is up and running, chrono is on, airplane is coming to life. We'll go ahead and set our top altitude, flight level 370. We have an auto ATC squawk code. Miami departure's online, so I got to mentally process this here.
1422 is pushing and starting.
Oh. You need a contact ramp control.
And what?
Contact ramp control 2532. Wait. Let's see if he actually does it. He wants to. I'm trolling. That's Wingnut. Let's see. 370 auto ATC squawk 2264. 2264. Climb via SID. Miami departure is online 2685. So I guess I'll call them for taxi. Or we should be on CTAF. Hold on, we should be on CTAF.
Force 1, turn right, heading 010.
CTAF is 19.3.
010 descending 2000.
All right, Lauren, are you still here? Big brain power. Do I need to contact Miami departure before push?
Extended group for Channel 218. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.
I need big brain power here for Iveo Premium this evening. Top-down controlling. So bottom up, I would go ramp's not on, ground's not on, tower's not on, departure is on. So should I call departure? Then it seems to be redundant to have master switch and a separate switch. I know, Jeremy, it does seem redundant. I'm not quite sure why that is. The 350 has 2 push buttons, right? 350 has 2 push buttons. 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 350 has I'm not sure why that would be in a software load that we have. You know, it's Airbus, anything is configurable. But let's see, we got 146 plus 4. We got somebody on the jump seat. We'll get the jump seat out for us today. That looks good. Get rid of the fuel page. Boarding is almost completed. Actually, it's about to be 146, 146. Boarding is complete. So, boarding is complete. We'll clear out these scratch pad messages. Let's get the APU bleed on because it's hot in here. We'll turn off the external power. Let's go ahead and juice up the ground ceviches. We'll close that. We'll toggle the jetway. We'll get rid of the chocks and cones. We'll get rid of that. Oh, why'd you open the door again? We'll come back to that. Let's go to the weight and balance real quick. We'll send those to the McDo. Then we'll go to perf takeoff. We're going to be 10 right, sync the final, sync the live, calculate. We're doing a full-blown Toga today, chat. Force Toga, yes. Packs on, yes, because you guys aren't going to hit the like button, so we'll just do packs on. New speeds, 34, 34, 36. Send a McDo flap 1. That checks. Okay, 0 fuel weight checks out. Perf takeoff, 34, 34, 36. Flaps 1, no flex. Toga set. 1,500 foot for the acceleration altitude. That works for me. We've got 3 minutes on the bleeds. That's closed. Let's go ahead and turn the beacon on, and we need to close the door. Are they going to close it, or do we have to close it? Seems like it kind of bugged out. Let's go ahead and close that door. Beautiful. Flight 477, my man. Thank you for the 37 months. What's up, buddy? Roscoe got an overhead. No, he didn't. Flight Force, did he really? Did Roscoe really get an overhead? Unbelievable. Miami approach covers Lauderdale. All right, so approach does. But does departure? I know it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Just different freak. Their covers for Lauderdale, they're online. Okay, so I'll call them for taxi. 2685. And we're ready to go. Miami departure, put the information, stop calling for push inside the ramp. He is tired of it already. Did he really? I love it. All right. So we're all good to go, chat. Beacon is on. Everything is set. Let's make sure. How's it look behind us here? We got a JetBlue over there. Clear. We're going to push tail to the right. So transponder's coming on. Before start checklist. Windows, doors, and slides. Closing arm. Beacon on. Push levers idle. Parking brake is off. Before start checklist completed. Connect the tug. And let's go. Thanks, Betty K, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. They covered Fort Lauderdale and they're online. Yeah, we'll give them a call for taxi. He got the Scalarky overhead. Uh-oh. Is this the Fenix 319 Neo? It is, A-Rod. It is. It is indeed. I would say departure would usually cover the stats, but Miami, New York, Potomac, NorCal might be exceptions because they're weird. Well, we'll call them. We'll find out together. All right. Tug is connected. Commence push. Brake is released, right? Oh, no, it's out of sequence. There we go. Brakes released. Clear to push. Turn me that way. Let's go. We're only, what, 6 hours delayed? Breaking NDA and streaming the new A321 Neo. Don't I wish, man. Don't I wish. We'll just kind of do a cockeyed pushback. We can taxi forward from here. Cockpit to ground push complete, set brakes. Brakes set, clear to disconnect. Show me the pin out front. We're going to start up number 1. Here we go. Starting engine 1. 6 hour delay, pretty good for JetBlue. True story. Turning 1, here we go. At your operator, do FOs taxi at all? No, A-Rod, they do not. They can, they can if there's something you got to do, like they suggest, transfer controls if you need to, if you're talking to maintenance or something. Say I'm talking to maintenance and we're stopped and they got to just taxi a couple feet, whatever, they could do it. There's nothing prohibiting them from doing it, but it is not a standard SOP. Control transfer by the book is 60 knots, I believe. Better delayed than ever, they say. Ain't that the truth, Callie Simmer? And I got myself my tea from Starbucks, Callie Simmer. Man, busy couple of days out in L.A., Callie. Matt, that's part of the fact I haven't been streaming is I picked up there was another trip that popped up. The same one I did with Salt Lake in L.A. The same trip came up again, so I jumped on that. Spent another day in LA, took the FO to my famous crepe place for dessert, actually, or for dinner. And he was like an authentic hardcore Spaniard. Like, this dude is straight from Spain. And he's very well traveled, very European. And he was impressed. So I felt it was a validated dinner destination. We got a good start on 1, start 2. Here we go. Turning 2 in the safety zone. Beautiful. Why didn't they install tillers on both sides? They do, Tender Aviation. So the tiller is standard for both sides in the Airbus. All of our FO tillers have, or excuse me, all of our Airbuses have tillers on the FO side. Wrong Side Sim says Spirit Airlines was profitable Q1 and all furloughs have been called back. April Fools, right? Wrong side? Wouldn't that be nice? Hawaiian does fully flying pilot monitors FO's tax. I'm excited. A-Rod, that's really cool, man. That's really cool, man. And you get to wear beards too, right? There was a momentary change in our book where we went true PFPM, like per Airbus, where, you know, okay, pilot monitoring. If captain's pilot monitoring this leg, you're doing the walk around, doing this, doing that. And all the captains just lost their marbles. So that lasted for about 3 months, and then they just reverted back to how we've been doing it forever. All right, we got 2 good starts. Engine mode, normal. That's going there. Flaps coming 1. Gosh, I love the Fenix. It's so good to be home. What is the reason the FO doesn't taxi? TV flight, I think it's just a separation of duties on the ground for situational awareness. Now, like A-Rod's saying, this is very much an SOP thing. So I'd say the majority of U.S. operators are the same way, where the captain is always pilot flying on the ground. Therefore, he's always, or she is always taxiing on the ground. But that's not like a hard written rule for other operators. Like he's mentioned Hawaiian, if you're pilot, it's more pilot flying, pilot monitoring, which is the standard Airbus philosophy, PFPM. All right, flaps 1, that's good. APU is coming off. That's coming off. Let's just do flight control check here because everything has been so funky today. So full up, full down. It needs to be 1.0 down. Neutral. Full left. Full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. That all looks good. And taxi light is coming up. Let's go, brakes release. Let's make the hard left here. Tiller brought to you by Cat3 Design. Use code STEER, S-T-E-E-R, for, what is it, 15% off? Gonna make a hard left here. We'll go up to the line and we'll give him a call. We'll give Miami Departure a call. Gosh, the sounds. Let's see. We'll come out here. We have kind of a weird ramp because this is a default airport. So, we don't really have a non-movement line. I'm assuming it would be right up here where the road is. $75 and sunny, walk around. $74, $75, it's the FO. ERJ Sim. You're 100% correct, my friend. You're 100% correct. I always, I just had that conversation with one of the FOs the other day. I was like, yeah, I'll do the walk around if it's, between 74 to 75, low relative humidity and no precip. I asked him too, though. I was like, hey, do other captains do your walk-arounds? Or do the walk-arounds? He's like, no, most of them don't. There's a few that do, and he started naming them off, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm obviously not one of those guys. Just kind of chuckled. All right, ooh, look at the spiritual wings. We got a spiritual wings landing on 10 right, or taking off. Hit the tail, maybe? Nice, spiritual wings rotation. All right, we are just short of Tango. We have a different spot. We are pretty much here. Tango 6, maybe? Doesn't really line up. There's Tango Alpha. Oh, boy, I hate calling this. We're short of Tango. We'll call it Spot Bravo. Call it Bravo. Let's call this guy up here on 2685.
13,000, spare wings 1422.
Bearing 2424, runway 10 right, line up away.
Away 10 right, 2423.
Miami departure, who are JetBlue 357, that spot Bravo short of Tango, taxi.
JetBlue 357, Miami departure, runway 10 left, taxi
Oh.
by Tango 5, Charlie.
And JetBlue 357, we're unable 10 left for performance today.
Alright then, runway 10 right, taxi by Tango 6, Quebec to Juliet.
10 right, Tango 6, Quebec, Juliet, JetBlue 357. Tango 6, Quebec, Juliet. Tango 6, straight out, Quebec, Juliet. Here we go.
Bearing 2424, RNAV Calypso, runway 10 right, clip takeoff.
So 10 right, clear for takeoff.
So that's Tango 6 up there. Our airport doesn't really line up, so we're gonna kind of do this S turn here to Tango 6. Really, it's Tango 6 for us. All right, brake check, pressure 0, mini brief. All right, it's going to be off runway 10 right on the Reggae departure. Gross weight's 140,000 pounds. Flaps config 1+F, 36, 30, or 134, 136, 370. First fix is RNAV to Calypso. No questions. Hold on, let's make sure we don't mess this up. So Tango 6, we are on it all the way to Quebec, which is up here.
1017, Heavy climbing out of my airspace. My mission offline, radar service terminated.
Alerts are off. Uh-oh. What'd I miss?
You too.
I don't have any. No, they're on. Off.
Departure Esprit 2636, passing 1500.
I missed something? I'll scroll up. Hold on.
Bearing 2424, radar contact.
Ali Sammy, there it is. 24 months support, man. Thank you, dude. 2 years. Thanks for making me love aviation more. Hey, Ali Sammy. Thank you, man. Appreciate all the support.
approach Swiss 67 Golf.
All right, here's
Swiss
Quebec.
67
I'm just trying not to go the
Golf,
wrong
Miami
direction there. Quebec south to
Can we
Juliet.
amend our altitude to 330?
Thanks again, Ali Sammy. I
Swiss
appreciate it.
67
Sorry I
Golf,
missed that
Quebec,
alert, man. I don't know if it was off or if I
330,
just
1
missed
minute
it, but
departure.
here's to the next 2 years, right, Ali?
Thanks, Swiss 67 Golf.
Here's to the next 2 years, my man. All right, here we go.
approach
Auto
to
brakes
13,
max.
13,
Takeoff
Bravo.
config is
we
checked.
pop up.
Radar, PWS, auto,
1327,
on,
line departure. I'm
on and
assuming you want 10
auto.
right as well.
2264 is the squawk.
Paper.
We're looking good.
1327, runway 10 right, taxi by Tango 6, Quebec, Juliet.
Dougal says, whatever this controller's on, I need some. He's so laid back, he's falling over. Agreed, man. All right, here's Quebec. What was our taxi? Oh, Quebec, Juliet. It's the last one. It's the last one. One more. There's a Air Transat or something over there. Another JetBlue over there. All right, we're looking good. I know where we are now, Chad. I know where we are now. Did I hear about the DC controllers that got into a fist fight? You know, I read something about that on the way back from, actually when we were in In-N-Out. Wife and I stopped at In-N-Out and I saw something about that.
We are fine with Tango 8. Any specific?
I don't know any details other than
I
two
don't
people
feel
got in a
charged
fist fight
Star
at
Force
DC
one.
Tower. I don't know what's going on over there in Washington Reagan, but they need to figure it out. Because wasn't there another close call? Like another 319 and an F-15 or something?
1422, traffic off here.
Good evening, dude. Hope you're having a wonderful, what is it, Tuesday? Or Wednesday? What is today? Tuesday?
400 for 1-6,000.
75 foot?
Spirit weighing 1422.
Bearings 1422, maintain visual separation with the traffic, leaving my airspace, radar service terminated.
Oh,
Please advise
hear the
you-
collision alarm.
All right, over to advisories and maintain visual.
That always makes you feel good. All right,
Not on my
why is
frequency.
our TCAS on standby? Oh, that's why. TARA. Duh.
Miami
All right.
departure,
Taxi checklist, gross weight clear sets complete, pitch trims, 31% CG set, V1, VR, V2, flex, 134, 134, 136, Toga set, flaps, config, 1+F, flight controls checked, ECAM memo, takeoff all green, ECAM status check, PWS is auto, TCAS code set, TARA, cabin crew advised, mini brief is complete, taxi checklist complete. I see runway 10 right out the window. Let's do a lineup check. Lineup checklist, takeoff runway 10 right, confirmed. Leads and packs are set.
Tango 7.
Lineup checklist is complete. Or there's a fuel in there somewhere.
Tango 7, Quebec, Juliet, or Transat 847.
JetBlue 357, RNAV Calypso, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Calypso 10 right, clear for takeoff. JetBlue 357. All right, RNAV
24, now minus space, minus and offline.
Calypso, that checks.
Dark side, 24, 24. See you.
Yeah.
To the dark side. All right, here we go. Lights are set. Y'all ready? Should we do a rolling takeoff?
Departure.
Let's do a rolling takeoff.
With you.
Spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. You guys are super. Let's come on. Help me out on this one. Let's just everyone smash that like button.
Control that airport.
Spool them up 50. Don't skid the nose wheel. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Here we go. Toga. Man, Toga. SRS runway auto thrust. Bleh. We're juicing. A little bit of a stutter there. Get me out of Fort Lauderdale, man. Fort Lauderdale is like a terrible airport for me in the sim. Thrust set. 100 knots. Check. V1. Yeah, get me out of here. Rotate. I don't know what's going on with that stutter. It's Fort Lauderdale, man. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. We're nabbing. Yes, yes. 1,500 foot acceleration altitude is quite a while here. Here we go. Thrust reduction time. Downtown Miami. Oh, yeah. We are so back, chat. We are so back, Andy B. I love it. Thrust, climb, climb. Auto thrust. We're navving pretty much straight out here. Fort Lauderdale Marina. Popular overnight. Here comes S-Speed. Flaps 0 after takeoff checklist. Speed checks, flap 0.
JetBlue 357, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000 CLC.
Climb and maintain 16,000, passing 3,000 for JetBlue 357.
JetBlue 1327.
All right, climb and maintain. Thrust climb, open climb, 16 blue.
Runway 10 right, 50,000.
Oh, yes, listen to those engines. I love it, man. I wanted to fly the Neo today, but man, we just need to roll some coal here with the IAV 2500. We're just burning gas, baby. I flew, that last trip I did too was all classic 321 flying. I take that back. There was one leg 321 Neo, but the rest was all 321 classic. Just burning fuel, man. Just loved it. Sometimes it feels good to just burn some gas, you know? Love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, this is about as straight out as they come. We might as well just go autopilot on, I guess. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Now we can admire some of the juice. F-150 of the sky. Indeed.
Transat 847, runway 10 right, line up away.
Trying to reel in the Navy ahead of me. You guys need to slow down. 1422. Vodka, y'all need to slow down. I didn't know y'all had already taxied and pushed off. I thought one of you was the JetBlue behind me. Y'all need to maintain 250 knots. Go in formation. I've missed these sounds. Been a while since we had a good sound pack. I know. You can hear them start to hear them as they're fading out too. As we get higher. Over to 22.8. Thanks for the ATC, JetBlue 357.
Yeah.
All right, 22.8. We are flying to Jamaica.
Thanks for flying. Enjoy your day.
All right, 22.8 is up 9.2 for 10, almost there. Wingnut's Airbus. All right, here comes 9.8, close enough for me. 10,000, wing lights are coming off. These are coming off. That is coming off. Let the forward call, we're at 10,000 feet. We're looking good. Let's come down here. Let's go secondary, copy active, rad nav, nothing to delete. Progress page. Let's put in our destination, MKJS. We'll also activate the low level of our ANR headset. Reduce you to 50%. We're accelerating out to our cost index climb out speed. Also, one last step, very important, monitor Delta operations on 21.5 on COM 2. All right, now we're speeding up. We're headed out of here, chat. We are headed out. We'll do some ETP modifications on this as well here. Let's go back to full screen cam, bring up all the juice. Jeremy, I have not seen it yet. I can't wait. Jeremy, I've got a surprise planned for Friday, Jeremy, 5 p.m. Right now it's scheduled to be 350 semi-long haul green dot. There might be a surprise in there, Jeremy. But I'm planning for Friday right now, 5 p.m. We'll see what the weather does. I have a big tournament coming up in 2 weeks, and my official practice is this weekend, so I may, we'll see. We got second yesterday, though, or on Sunday. I had a tournament on Sunday. We got second, so. And we got 6 on the first one, so we're looking good. We're looking good. AOY, here we go. Sup from Approach. Hey, Lynn, thanks for the ATC, man. Appreciate you. If you ain't first, you're last. That's true, unless you're going for Angler of the Year. Will you stream this V2 CRJ? Is that out, Kerm? Is the CRJ V2 out? And is it compatible in 2024? Those are my questions. I don't know much else about that. Let's go ahead and let's make the turn here. Let's go JetBlue 357, proceed direct reggae. Direct reggae, JetBlue 357. Boom, in the turn. Well, that's not going to help us. Let's go one more. Where's Ursus? Normally they give us Ursus, right? I think they give us Ursus out of here. CRJ V2 is out in 24 with Boris sounds. Elena Zane, okay, now you're playing with my heartstrings. CRJ 2024 with Boris Audio Works. Might have to check it out. Miami Center would give you Ursus maybe, so yeah, JetBlue 3% clear direct. Hey, we got our official clearance from Lauren V2500. We're going direct Ursus. JetBlue 357, roger, direct Ursus. If I can find it now, what the heck? Direct to Ursus. Execute. We're navin'. We're cooking with gas now, chat. We are cooking with gas. Alerts have been muted. My goodness me. Apologies. Oh, got it just in time.
I know 2020 is dead to you, so when Chase plane comes to 24, you must get it. It's straight juice.
Oh.
The views, flybys and cinematic car chefs kiss.
Callie Simmer, really? You have flybys and oh my gosh. Callie Simmer, why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta tease me like that? Chase plane? Man. Oh, we just leveled off here. Let's go ahead and continue climb 370. Callie Simmer, thank you so much for the $10 bank angle check as we go open climb here 370. I might have to, Callie Simmer. Maybe with 777, 2020 chase plane. Ooh, A-Rod, good question. Does it have a tower view, Callie Simmer? Does it have a tower view? Remember when Flight Sim, I am this years old. I remember when Flight Sim came with tower view, flyby view, chase view, spot view, free view. Hit the like button if you remember those days. Free of charge. Do you use the Thrustmaster HOTUS magnetic base with FSprojects? No, I do not anymore. Window seat, I did. I think that is a great combination. But I think the holy grail combination is the AB9 force feedback base. Because you can really set it up to be a control loading device and really dial in the profile. So I've recommended Warthog base for many years. I still stand by that. I think it's a good option. But in my opinion now, if you're going to go all in, get an AB9 base or force feedback base, because guess what? Now you can change that base to be anything. It's not only a dedicated Airbus base for you. It's going to be helicopter cycling. It's going to be a F-16 fighter stick. It's going to be a Huey. Well, I already said helicopter, but you get the point. It's very configurable, so keep that in mind if you're looking for hardware. Tower view, gate, runway. Oh my gosh, Callie Simmer. Now I'm very curious. They also came with a 100-page instruction manual. They sure did, Tender Aviation. And you know what we haven't seen in a very long time is picture-in-picture mode. All right, we'll go ahead and pull standard. Standard set STDs once, twice, and thrice. Callie Simmer's got the third STD. She's sitting here on the jump seat with us. V1 goons up here, climbing out over no man's land. I wish Windwing would send you a side stick. Would really love to hear your thoughts on it. Windwing side stick. Windwing side stick. What Windwing side stick are you referring to? I have a... No, I don't have a Windwing. Didn't Windwing make a Airbus stick a long time ago? A spring-loaded one? I used that. I can't remember what it was called. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite grip. Oh, the Ursa Minor. JJ, I've used the Ursa Minor at XP72's house. And... I thought it was great. When I used the Ursa Minor, I was very impressed with it. For what you get for, what is it, less than $100? Very good product for the price. The travel range is shorter, especially in roll. I believe it was roll. But if you're really using it for Airbus stuff, you're rarely going to get to those roll limits anyway. You're probably only going to get to them on a flight control check or like super gusty winds. You may bump the stop momentarily, but I was very impressed with the Ursa. I mean, for the price, you just can't beat it. I mean, it's cheaper than the Warthog Captain side stick, right? Yeah, it gets a V1 nod, JJ. Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's configurable to a certain extent. Like, you can adjust the dampening on it. All right, here we go. We're going to do some hardcore... Well, this flight is... it's not too big of a deal. We're going to do a modification of our ETP here. So we're going to go to the data page. We're going to go to equitime point, and as we're going over the water, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to go Miami and Sangster. That's going to shift my equitime point forward a little bit. That will let me know if I need to continue or go. What's Muha is Havana, right? What we could do is, this is a very short piece of water to do this on, but it's good to keep it up. Good practice. All right, so now Miami and Havana is up there. There's our equitime point. So if I wanted to go to Havana for an emergency diversion, if I hit this ETP, it'd be shorter to just go that way, right? So it's kind of a quick and dirty. We've talked about that when you're over water. I'll update to that as well as we get a little bit further. Been doing that a lot. Been doing some Cancun turns. I think we're going to do a Cancun fly-along. You guys want to do a Cancun fly-along? We'll do a landing challenge to Cancun. I've been on a greaser streak. I had a 198, which was very firm, but then after that, all my landings have been sub 100 IRL. I had one at 18 feet per minute. I did have a 108 foot per minute. My best one ever, though, was an 18 foot per minute. That was talk about Greece. As we transition up here to the higher flight levels, we'll put on our ANR headsets to the medium level. So now we can hear ourselves a little bit better. What about San Andreas to Bogota? Ooh, that's a good one. Am I getting the Windwing 737 yoke? Wingnut. If I can order it, I probably will, dude. Yeah. I want to see it at the expo. I don't know. It's not orderable yet, right? My main reason for wanting that floor-mounted yoke is for the upcoming, eventually, PMDG 7.4 and flying a 7.2. I want to fly classic. I know everyone's like, oh, I want to fly the 7.3 with it because it's a 737 yoke. So obviously, all the 7.3 guys are going to be drooling over it. But all I see when I look at that Windwing floor-mounted yoke is PMDG Classic 7.4 and 727. It's all I see when I look at that yoke. Bluebird 75, no love. Diabetic Lad, no. Yes, but I'm kind of like an out of sight, out of mind with Bluebird right now. You know, the 75 is an airplane that I really, truly love a lot. So, like, if I had to rank them, I'd say 727 and L1011 are kind of both the top coolness factor for me because the 7.2 imprinted on me as a child, but I also really love the L1011 and how it looks. So they are both very close number ones. And number two, and I mean by just a fraction, would be the 747 series. But if you were to ask me what's the most iconic airplane ever to exist, it's a 747 above all else. But in terms of what I most look forward to in flying in the sim world, 7.2 L1011 are kind of at the top, and then by a fraction of a decimal of a fraction point is the 747 Classic Series, and then like 1 point below that is the 757. So I'm very excited for the 7.5, but because in my mind it's so far away that I just try not to think about it because I want to be surprised, you know? And it's a first-time dev, right? I'm not saying like I don't have any faith in Bluebird. I think from what we've seen, it appears that 757 is going to be absolutely fantastic. But right now, in my own mind, I'm just keeping it out of sight, out of mind, and I'll be surprised when it releases because who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows when it's going to drop? When it's going to be, what sim it's going to be on. We know it's going to be 2020. So Lauren says Bluebird 7.5 drops. I probably won't fly anything else for 3 months. Agreed. I mean, my problem is if it's only going to drop for 2020, it's going to be very hard for me to only fly 2020. But that is the only reason the 2020 is still installed on my computer is because I'm waiting for the Bluebird 7.5. That's it. It's the only reason it's on my PC. You know the 7.5 will have Boer sounds. Jeremy, yes, I do, indeed. And I'm very excited about it. I know, I don't want to say I know because I don't know, and nobody knows because it's a new dev, right? But I have a gut feeling it's going to be a fantastic add-on. But until somebody actually flies it and we all get to see it in sim, at this point, you know, it's all just kind of floating around in our imagination. Ice Air. You know what I want to fly, Steven, is what's that new 757 operator? Well, I say new. They tried to start out new, but they're all black Nordic. It was like an all black livery. It's pretty cool livery. They were flying like Alaska. I can't remember. Someone will know. Northern Pacific, yeah. I saw the northern. So this is what I like about Miami. I did a couple of Miami turns at Dallas last week, 2 weeks ago, and man, flying into Miami, you see some cool stuff. Northern Pacific 7.5 was there. I saw the ITA Airways, so the Italian, I guess former Alitalia A330neo, all blue. Man, you talk about an airplane that is underrated as far as what we talk about here on the channel and what we see in simulation. The 330neo in that ITA livery is, in real life, it is absolutely stunning. It lined up in front of us at sunset, so the sun was going down. We had the kind of like that blue hour well, it wasn't really blue hour yet because the sun was still up, but perfect lighting. That sheen was just awesome. It's a very nice livery. That was the first time I've seen that aircraft that I can remember. I was very impressed. There's still MD-80s flying into Miami, like a World Atlantic MD-80 or something like that. Pretty much the closest thing we have to fly-by-night operator since the 90s, yeah. That Northern Pacific, yeah. Buffalo just got a 732 with a gravel kit. Yep, the Chrono Aviation. You talk about a sick livery. The Chrono Aviation, matte black. That's pretty cool. I watched that YouTube video. I think all of y'all have been watching it, so it got on my recommended list, and of course I watched it the other night. Team Vodka's green dot, 218 knots, and keeping pace. All right, where are you guys at? I'll pick it up. I'll do 8.0. Are you at 37? Oh, actually, I see traffic up there. I wish I had the TCAS selector. Fenix, when? 2,200 feet above. All right, well, I'll try to catch you. That's got to be them. I'm forming up on you. We're going to try to get a formation flight down to Sangster. You're up at 7-8. Dial it back, Wingnut. Dial it back. I got to catch you. I don't have the I don't have Team Hat math skills. You guys left 27 minutes before my departure. You're flying 7-8 Mach, 37,000 feet. The winds aloft are 290 at 74. You depart Fort Lauderdale at 2350Z, doing 80 Mach. How long will it take for you to join up in formation? Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, you got steaks to cook. Okay, yeah, you do, Wingnut. Iceland Air, yes, very cool livery. Yeah, Stephen Hayner, very cool livery. I used to see them in Denver, right? Iceland Air in Denver. It was kind of weird. AJ Funari, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, dude. If the 7.5 drops and I'll fly in that time more than Hooters Air did, not to mention all the mainline and cargo flight. Yes, the cargo ops too is going to be awesome. Absolutely, AJ. Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Yeah, it's going to be a very popular add-on because we really haven't had a good one since FSX. If we're being completely honest, a really good 757 hasn't existed since FSX. Captain Sim 1 was good, but I flew it at about 7 FPS. Quality Wings was fantastic. I flew the Quality Wings 757 probably for 1,000 hours. Denver's going to get Lufthansa 380s? Wow. Oh, choking on my tea. Allie, thanks for the 2 Canadian, man. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Very, very kind of you. Thank you, sir. I love the modernized 320 cockpits with the updated trackpad and airport chart updates, brake to vacay like the 350. Well, that's wild. I haven't seen any of those. Trackpad and a 320 cockpit? Gross. That 7.5 drops, I might quit my damn job. Andre, I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, 1,000 feet to level off. Man, we're getting it right now on a 320. 321 definitely had some struggles to climb the other day. 380's making a comeback? Maybe. I think so, Andy. I've been seeing more and more of them. Jeremy, that's it, though. Bare metal American 757, no winglet. We're going Miami to Toncontin, first flight on release day. No practice. Heck, we might even set up bindings live on the sim. I might just go live and wait for it to drop, and then we'll just do it all together. Toncontin from Miami. It's going to be a great day when that day comes, man. I'll probably be on a 4-day trip somewhere, though, so let's be realistic about it. Mach Alt Cruise 370. Smooth ride. Seatbelt sign us off. You are now free to move about the cabin. We are closing in on our formation up ahead. We just hit Ursus, 10 miles out from our formation flight here. Dougal says it was a bare metal 742 American I flew on. Now that's going back, Dougal. Yep, love that plane. Yep. I gotta look up what I'm pretty sure we've discussed this in the chat multiple times. I flew on, was it a Fiji Airways 747 class? I don't know what it was. Fiji 74s. They used to have, I don't know if they had 400s. I don't think it was a 400. Might have been a 200. So I flew on that. I know I flew on a Qantas 744 going back from Australia. So we did Sydney, LA, and a Qantas 744. But going out to Fiji, we got on a 747. What's crazy is I think we flew a 74 from Fiji to Australia. I guess it's not that crazy. Fiji had both 744 and 742 and 741. Maybe it was a 742 and 741. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was a 742. I know I have some pictures of it somewhere on a disposable camera. So like some real photos. I know you guys don't, a lot of y'all don't know what a disposable camera is, but Fiji had 100, 200B, and 400. Okay. I'll have to find that photo. When PMDG starts getting closer to release, I'm going to look up all my 7, because I've only been on the 7.4 a handful of times, and I know I took a ton of pictures with the little disposable cameras all the time, so I'll have to hit up my mom and be like, hey, where are all those photos? We can probably track it back. We'll do a recreation of flights. Do I still use RealTurb? Nope, RealTurb's been dead to me since day one that I used it. 2024 does not need it. 2024 turbulence simulation is fantastic. All right, we're up level at 370. We'll get you down here. I want to see if I can pick up this traffic ahead. Might have to go down 1,000 feet. Join up on these guys here. Have you watched the new Green Dot video? Pretty cool. No, I haven't, Victor Silva. I'm waiting to watch him live with y'all. Baca says he's right in front of me. Are you below me? No, you should be right in front of me. Maybe I don't have a model on for you. That's weird. Why don't I see you? Wasn't there a way, or was that only an X-plane, to turn on labels? Oh, I think I see a contrail. I see a contrail of somebody. That's got to be him right there. That's Vodka. That's his contrail. You know what we're gonna do? Watch this. We're gonna lateral offset. So we're gonna go Ursus, offset, right 1. I'm gonna offset 1 mile right of course. Look at that. So I don't run him down. We're gonna offset 1 mile right of course. Now it should ask me where to end the offset, but we'll do a 1 mile offset from course. We do have a company massage here. Probably got an ADC delayed code. Nope, no, we're off the gate on time. Good. All right, cool. All right, offset has been joined. So now I'm a 1 mile offset. We'll keep our eyes peeled. I don't see him now. I wonder if performance display aircraft 30 miles, maximum aircraft 30 miles. I may not see him because you're in 2020. I don't know. The contrails in 2020 are fake. In 2024 they're real. So if you wouldn't be contrailing, I wouldn't see them. So right now we're marking. Let's see. I don't know where you went. I thought you could turn on labels, though. I don't see that as an option. I saw him take... Okay, so I saw you take off. You're right. Good evening, aviators. How's everyone doing? Bearded Aviator, good evening, my man. We're doing good right now. I'm just happy that the sim is up and running and we're flying. Because today was quite the struggle. I should have offset to the left so we could look towards the sunset. Today was quite the struggle when it came to Microsoft Flight Sim, but I couldn't just go home and not try to do a stream. Ah, Flame, thank you. They were only an option in X-Plane. I got you. Airplane render in 24 by vPilot is much smaller than 2020. Aha, okay. That would make sense. Thank you, Michael. I mean, he's still 5 miles out. That's pretty... I'm going to be honest with you. 5 miles is pretty hard to see another airplane. Now, a Fly Navy or Wingnut probably can pick someone out, you know, at 18 miles because he's got those fighter pilot eyes. But I've actually been cognitively paying attention to how far out I can spot another aircraft. And 5 miles is kind of the limit, really. 10 nautical mile tallies all day. 10 nautical miles, dude? That's insane. How did you see that far? If they're not marking, though. Like you can see him. Oh, that's why I can't see him. Oh, maybe not. There's his contrail. So he's got to be out there. I don't know why he's not populating as an aircraft for me, though. That's crazy. Did you spot someone at 10 nautical miles? I'm going to have to see if I can pick up traffic at 10 nautical miles my next flight. So he's... Vodka, what's your speed? Is that him? Nope, that's just something I spit on my monitor. Oh no, do I have a dead pixel? Do you guys see this dot right here? When did that start? Do you guys see this right at the edge of my mouth? Oh, you wouldn't see it because it's... What the heck is that? I think a pixel just died. I literally think I just lost a pixel in my screen. Oh no, now it's working. Pixel came back. That's weird. Outer tank fuel transferred. What? Seriously? They got us landing with 4.1? That's low. I mean, I guess we're only... well, 290 miles out, but man, we burned some gas, I guess. No, it's not in kilos. It's just we're landing with 4,000. That's min fuel. I don't know why his aircraft's not rendering for me. That's somebody out there. That might be Flight Navy out in front of us. Oh well. A view looks much better anyway. I have an Acer curve monitor. I love to kill pixels. Then it just died. Only lasted me a year. Oh man, that's a bummer, Zach. Alright, well, I wanted to actually read some of the Fenix blog posts, but I might need a longer flight to do that. Was there a release date mentioned or a release plan mentioned for the update? Okay, those are somebody's contrails. What's cool is the contrails are blowing all over because it's an 80-mile-an-hour winds aloft right now. So they're blowing the contrails to the left. Yeah, I can't spot them. I don't know why. Later this year for the Neo, few weeks for the next update. Now we're talking, Flame. All right. I'm going to have to dial it back, though. 80 Mach is, we're burning 2,400 a side. It's pretty good here at 37,000 feet. Might actually be on the conservative side. Or on a 320. Vodka says we're in formation. Yeah, I don't see you, man. That's bizarre. I don't know why it doesn't render you till way closer in. Yeah, I should definitely be spotting him, no problem. Someone see the Concorde on the flight tracker? Yeah, I did. Somebody posted that. All right, I'm pulling back to 7.9. I'll do 7.8 now. But optometrist visit time. Yeah, I don't know why we can't spot him. Fenix is finally getting weather too in the update. Now that's pretty sweet. Weather radar. We're gonna get GTA 6 before the Fenix Neo package. No, I think they'll be. I think if they, I bet they. I mean, I'm gonna have to look at this update. We're over Cuba. Fence in. RWR on. 3. Fence in. Custom weather radar? Really? Let me pull this up. Rail Cowgirl, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. Happy April Fools to you. Welcome in. Neo from Phoenix? Yeah. Very much looking forward to that. Okay, here we are. A320 roadmap. A picture worth 1,000 words. Let's go ahead and... let's juice this up here. Let's come out here to the window. Let's go like right here. Let's get out of the window view. Beautiful. Turn the screen like so. Now we're cooking. Let's go. Let's skim through this here a little bit. Why are they always got to show the leap? Okay, we're putting a poll in chat right now. We got to settle this discussion once and for all. Which Neo is better? Is that a 737 in the background? Chat. Why is there a 737 in the background? Wouldn't that be something? Could you imagine a Phoenix 737? All right, here we go. Picture worth 1,000 words. Look at the snow on the airplane. Look at the snow accumulation. That is pretty sick. What stand is he parked at? ATI, AT1, ATP? All right, picture worth 1,000 words. Yeah. Hello and welcome to our 2025 roadmap. Starts with the big Phoenix update, the BFU. Love it. I think you want to hear something about the new thing first. So straight to the point, we built some Neos. And now that we've started flight testing them internally, we felt a good time to start to talk about them. Okay, let's talk about it. Let me see some pictures, though. Ooh. Instead of attempting to turn our CEO into a Neo with a bit of brain surgery and ECAM fiddling, we've opted to replace the whole entire ECAM from the ground up at a Neo standard. Now, that is awesome, because we haven't seen that on the sim yet. We haven't seen a true Neo ECAM McDo writing from the ground up. This is wholly and solely Phoenix, no longer shared with ProSim. Some ammo for internet arguments. Shots fired. Any builds. Pew, pew, pew. As a result, we've been able to dive down ECAM messages and functions not present even within the prior implementation, unlocking a whole host of possibilities for features we're not quite pulling the covers off of yet. Okay, now we're talking. Please, can we have version 1 of the A320 Neo Pratt & Whitney's come with high vibe ECAMs like all the time? Because even if it's just for version 1, like 70% chance on takeoff, you get an advisory. You pull the power back, it goes away, you climb, you accelerate through 250 knots, and then it goes away. Amir, that's what you got to program in this, because that's how it was for literally the first like 6 to 8 months. I would take off, not with my airport facility directories chart open, not with my SID open, not with my performance tab open. I would take off with the EQRH high vibration advisory ECAM open every single time I was in a Neo, because literally probably 1 in 3 flights you had a high vibe takeoff. And it always happened. Once you accelerated through 250, it would seem to smooth itself out. Some of them would get real bad. You'd actually have to pull the power back and then kind of nurse it all the way along your flight, and then they would ride it up. And then eventually the Neos were grounded. We were stuck below 30,000 feet for, I don't know, 6 months or so, because they were dealing with some other issues, and then it got smoothed out. But yeah, for a while there, when we first got the Pratts, it was a Wild West, man. But that's cool though. I mean, leave it to Phoenix. They're going to bring the true juice with the Neo here. I can't wait for that. We've always maintained we didn't plan on building Neos, which is true. We refused to commit to it till we were certain we could bring an entirely new ECAM without spending 5 years doing it. That's very cool. Viability project hinged on it, blah, blah, blah. It's only the last few weeks we've been happy to give you the green light. Very cool. 2025 roadmap, but some things aren't quite ready to leave Skunkworks. Well, not really Skunkworks when you got V1 flying all your stuff on the stream publicly. So I think that's why I've received the axe from Amir. I am dead to Amir, I'm dead to Fenix, but hey, I still love Fenix, and I'll be there for when it releases. Apologies. It was a fun time while it lasted. Anyway, start from the beginning once again. Rewired the entire airplane. Ooh. Every single sensor, valve, generator, pump, switch, button, what you have, she had to learn how to see, breathe, and feel again. This time she learned to do it like a Neo, not an old one. Aww. Or an early one. I guess that gets rid of my high vibe wantings. A modern standard representative airplane. Okay, yeah, they are much, much better now. High vibe is very uncommon now. I'd say it's probably one of the more common issues with the Neo, but it's still, I mean, you may see a high vibe in one in every 50 flights now, probably. I don't even know what the data is on that. That's just arbitrary, but I can guarantee, I promise you, when they came out, it was 1 in 3, maybe more, who knows. Anyway, this time she learned to do it like a Neo, but not all. I read that. Initially seemed a bit over the top in line we'd like to achieve with this aircraft. We view it as entirely necessary, given this process also allowed us to pull apart anything that simply did not belong on a modern A320 and toss it. Oxygen, fuel, you get 2 oxygen tanks in the Neo, not 1. So that's the difference. Fuel, pressurization, fuel tank layouts are a little bit different. Pressurization, does it pressurize to a lower cabin altitude? I can't remember. I think it does. Electrical bleeds, correct model, bleed. Oh, yeah, there is new BMC stuff. Wow. This is crazy. Okay, so big and small across the entire networks of systems. We're even replacing the batteries. The higher capacity NICAD with reduced maintenance items, so the mean time between failure is adjusted too. I guess at this point, isn't the CEO... This isn't a CEO in a face mask. We're really going all out. See, now this is unbelievable. Let me make sure I don't see any other airplanes out here, which I don't. This is some truly cool stuff. Like, we're talking a true Neo. Now, this is no shot at, you know, the Tolas, which is really the only other Neo representation that we have, right? The Tolas 321 Neo is great, but you can definitely tell there are some things that are present in those Neos that would not be present in a real Neo. So that is a true statement. As far as the AnyBuilds Neo stuff, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't think we've flown it enough on this channel for me to actually make a statement on that, so I'm going to just not. But and they never made a CEO, so I'm sure there are definite inconsistencies, but you know, the Fenix team is going to go all the way to the very bottom of the barrel and find every single last detail and change. So very, very cool to see that. We're building Drames. Very cool. Of course, functionality complete right now to the left, right, context sharing, various input. That is cool. It's a very nice radio panel. Very similar, almost exactly the same as the 350 radio panel that we have in the AnyBuilds 350. Being fully digital system, Fenix Neo represents this faithfully to the wire. We're not going to show you into unit. Oh, very cool. Now, will it have TCAS traffic selector? That's my question. I'll save most of this for later. Probably not, though, because that's a third-party add-on, right, with VPod. I don't know how you get that to talk to each other, but all right. Very cool. They did not want to build in a compromised fashion. They did not. Leaps, GTFs will both be fully represented. Beautiful. As long as the GTFs come first. Finally, we are putting all this in one package. Standalone product. No prior ownership necessary, but read on CEO owners. Okay, well, I'll read on here in a minute. Maybe on a following stream. We're probably getting close to TOD. We are 200 miles out. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some weather and start prepping for our arrival. So, well, that's very cool. I'm excited about that. I saw the announcement, but I haven't got to read any of that. I'll have to read more of that here later. Let's refresh. 070 at 12, 28 degrees, and 1013. Let's go next. Let's load this up here so we can focus on our landing. Let's try not to screw this up. Oh, you want to know a cool thing that I learned? So 1013 is going to be, if I can find it here. All right, 1013 29901. So, Phoenix, are you listening? Well, this is an FMS2. In FMS2, you don't have to put the decimal here. What? Okay. That's cool. In FMS1, I don't know if that's a bug or intended in this software load. I know there's what is it? There's Thales and Honeywell. I don't know what this one is, or I don't know if, because we have Honeywell. This is Thales, I think, right? Or we have Thales. This is Honeywell. Anyway, we used to not be able to do that. You used to have to put the decimal point in there. So that's cool that that's modeled beautifully. I mean, it's Phoenix, right? Come on now. All right, let's look at charts for the arrival. Sangster. Arrival. It's already started. Let me just look at my pre-starred charts, because why not? Because it's the Phoenix. Ooh, we got this semi-arc, max 250 below 10 wing nut. Let's see. We're coming off of Adcel. Join the arc to 7. Beautiful. Adcel is a mandatory flyover waypoint. Bottom altitude. Basically, we join, come all the way down. I don't see anything crazy. What's the ILS DME 7? 3,000 at Omaxi. So we'll set 3,000. 3,000 is blue. Let's now go. Can I end the offset? Can I delete the offset? And it rejoins. Look at that. Rejoining. We'll go back to our managed speed because we're sucking a lot of gas here, Chet. I'm slightly concerned. Is that where you're based these days, Fort Lauderdale? Nope, not based in Lauderdale. But just decided to do a Fort Lauderdale to Montego Bay turn today. I didn't even get to the best part about 2024. Really, Thomas Ray? Okay, I'll read on here. Hold on. Look at us rejoining the airway, though. So much juice. When did 2024 get frame gen for AMD? It's always been there, right? Do the GTFs even howl anymore? None of the Pratt Neos I sprayed made any whale noises. They do. Yeah, they do. You just have to spool them up. You just got to spool them up. If you don't spool them up, they don't really make any noise. Oh, look, I can see contrails from both the aircraft in front of us. Huh. Where's our TOD? What's our fuel? 3.9? So we're going to be min fuel for this approach. Let's get our minimums in there, and then we can chill out. 304. 305 in the minimum box. 305. We're not going to come down at 340 knots, so let's go ahead and change that. 320. 79, 320, that looks good. Get our LS push buttons on. 1095 auto tune. Final approach course will be 073. We should have a little arrow here showing us where 073 is, and it should say 073 on top of the window here. Barrel 305 in the box. That looks good. 3000 is set. Constraint modes on. We'll put terrain on ND so we can kind of see where we're going. Beautiful. We'll scroll this down for traffic. We're cruising into the sunset. Only NVIDIA was available? No, what are you talking about, man? Sim Update 2 now offers AMD's version of frame gen to NVIDIA 3000 or less cars. That's sick. Well, that's what I thought we had already. We've JJ, haven't we already had that? Because I've had frame gen in the fluid motion frames, right? It's different than fluid motion frames? Fluid motion is frame gen, I thought. Hello, sir. I think I met you at Specs Arlington years ago when I was cashier. Prop 2020, love your content, vision firm. Let the progress and stuff. Cheers. I think I met you at Specs Arlington. Austin Hall. What is Specs Arlington? Is that a liquor store? I wouldn't have been in a liquor store in Arlington. In Arlington? I don't think that was me. In 2020? Why would I be in Arlington? It's possible. I don't know why I would be there. 3 Romeo Whiskey, what's up, man? Thanks for the 5-month support, dude. Microsoft added FrameGen to the sim. It really does the same thing. Okay. Turn that off in Adrenaline and use the one in the sim now with Sim Update 2. I'm waiting for more reports on Sim Update 2 before I actually switch over. A visit to Jerry World, perhaps? It's possible. But 2020 was the COVID year, and I don't know, man. You got any more specifics? What I look like? Probably have that COVID weight on. Sit at home making barbecue all the time. I'm in there now, V1, working very smooth. All right, JJ, I'll keep it in mind. However it works, I have a 4090, so I just use native FrameGen. Yeah, native FrameGen. Awesome. Sim Update 2 Beta is still a mixed bag from what you've seen. Digital Merc, or has anybody tested the Dukes out in Sim Update 2? I gotta have the Fenix and I gotta have the Dukes working. If I get those both working, then I will probably give it a shot. To follow up, an AAL pilot came in for some bourbon. We chopped it up about flight sim. Had kind of voice like theirs when I left. I was like, is that V1? Doesn't ring a bell, Austin. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not saying it wasn't me, but not ringing a bell. Never lost my COVID weight. I need to hit the gym. Dude, Steven, pregnancy sympathy weight is a thing. So my wife, she's what, almost 9 months pregnant now. Baby's due in 5 weeks. Man, it's hard, dude. I actually even told her, I was like, I gotta start hitting the gym. I can't be showing up to Expo, with all this pregnancy sympathy weight on. I gotta get back in shape, man. That's right. It'll be like 120 degrees for the next 4 months, so I'm sure we'll get back in shape. How pumped are you for number 4, though? Yeah, we're excited, man. We're excited. Terry, sympathy weight's a real thing. So when the wife's like, I think I want some ice cream at 10 o'clock at night, like, how do you just get ice cream for someone else and not yourself? Like, even if it's, a couple spoonfuls here and then a bowl. Yeah, dude. It's real. Sympathy is a weird way to spell brisket. Very true, Caro. Very true. I picked up some Costco tri-tips today. Normally we get almost all our meat from a local butcher, but we were down at Costco and I wanted to get some New York strips down there for got some friends coming in town, and just better to buy in bulk in Costco. So we got some New York strips, and I saw they had tri-tips in there. They're mechanically, or what is it, blade tenderized, which I don't like. I don't like seeing that on the meat, blade tenderized. It's not injected with anything. That's a meat pro tip if you're going to be doing a lot of barbecue. Try not to get the stuff that's been injected with salines. Number one, it doesn't taste as good. It's extra salty, and you're going to lose a ton of that weight. I mean, that's why they inject it, so they can charge you more. That's why I like going to a local butcher. But the blade tenderized thing, too, kind of makes a different texture. But pretty much all the meat in Costco I've noticed is blade tenderized, which is kind of a shame. But, yep, I'm going to do some tri-tips this week from there just to see how they taste. All right, I can see the traffic up ahead. We are 15 miles from top of descent. Ooh, this is going to be a sunset approach into Montego Bay. Costco is my happy place. It's fun, Kelly Simmer. We always get stuff that we don't need. Like I got some, what are those Asian things with the dumplings? They had the little taster station out. I tried one of the dumplings. It was amazing. So I'm like, yeah, let's get a box of those. Organic tortillas, uncooked tortillas. Grabbed a bag of those. It's like, we came here for meat and a couple other things, and I'm just going rogue. But you go rogue in Costco these days, you'll feel it at the checkout, that's for sure. You will feel it at the checkout when you go rogue. The Fenix works, but the sim is a stutter mess for me. 4090, T-Lod, 100, everything on Ultra. Alley, wow, is that, and that's in sim update too? Interesting. Never go to Costco without a plan. Facts, dude, facts. Oh yeah, free sample lunch is legit, Steven, especially when you have kids, man. Costco is an event for the children. How can those tortillas be better than HEB? Oscar, they're pretty good, man. I'll be honest with you. We don't have an HEB close to us at all. I wish we did. They're building a Kroger in Sanger, Texas, which would have been the closest. I was hoping that was going to be an HEB, but it's not. It's going to be a Kroger. Pot stickers? Yeah, pot stickers. Delicious, man. I love them, Jeremy. I love them. How'd you master hold entries during IR? I used the pencil method on the HSI. Once you the thing at Alita Elvis Presley fan channel, there's so many different tools and good tools online now that you can sit there and kind of play with aircraft position and looking at the hold and what your needles will do. The best way I can guide you in how to get good at hold entries is you really have to fundamentally understand the aircraft's position, the position and direction of the hold, and what's the protected versus non-protected side. Once you understand all those concepts at a very fundamental, thorough level, it's going to make more sense to you when you just look at a hold on paper. You'll look at a hold on paper and you're like, oh, that's going to be a direct. That's going to be a teardrop. Now, or that's going to be a parallel. At the end of the day, real world, as long as you're on the protected side of the hold, you're going to be fine. ATC's not going to be like, hey, JetBlue 357, why are you doing a parallel entry there? You should have done a teardrop. They don't care. As long as you're on the protected side and you're where you're supposed to be at the speeds you're supposed to be at, you're going to be fine. But for IR, I understand it can be a little bit stressful. And draw them out. That's the other thing. Draw them out. So when you get a hold clearance, draw it out. I used to draw a little crosshair. Okay, hold southwest, so it's going to be this direction. This is my outbound course. Draw out the hold first, and then that might help you understand which entry you need to do by drawing it out first. This thing does not descend at TOD. No, Wingnut. I thought you wanted full manual control of your airplane. You have to manage for descent. So descent is managed. We're on our way down. We'll turn our ANR headset back to low. We're on the descent down to 3,000 feet. Let's check for a CTAF down there. .CTAF, MKJS. The Manly CTAF is 1875. 1875. Tomorrow we're going to be in the 319, hopefully. So stream is already scheduled for tomorrow. I might adjust the time on that. I really was hoping to do 2 streams today, but that didn't work out. We're higher than Snoop Dogg. Select speed 330, full speed brake, open, descent. That's how you get down. We're going to need a little bit of speed brake here too as we crack the speed brake a tad. Man, look at those wing textures. I'm going to get out here on the wing. I'm trying to find a good hack view here. That's a good hack view right there. What does it mean when the runway is shortened? It means that the published length on your 10.9 chart is not correct. So for instance, Fort Lauderdale is a great example of that. It's in the NOTAMs. It's also in the ATIS right now. Runway is unusable past this taxiway, which means that runway is shortened a certain amount of distance. And you have to input that code in your takeoff and landing performance. So in our landing data, I don't think we could simulate it, but let's see here. MKJS runway 7, condition is good. We'll apply the METAR. And there would be a code we'd have to put in here. So this would be runway 07 / if this runway was shortened, JKS, or whatever the code is. So the airport will determine whatever the runway code is, and now you have to put 07 / JKS, and that is the shortened runway for Norman Manley. So, or is this Norman Manley? What is this airport called? No, this is Sangster. Manley is the south side. We're going to Sangster. I keep confusing myself. So let's say if the runway was shortened past taxiway Alpha, they would have to have a condition code in there, and you'd have a shorter runway, and you have to have all your landing distance and everything would be shortened or calculated on a shorter runway. Landing weight 133.4. Let's go back and calculate this while we're looking at it. 133.4. That's delete button. That's 2. Oh my goodness. Decimal 4. Why does it keep putting 2 decimals? 133.4. Enter. That's low, medium, max, manual, low, reverse. We got plenty of additive. We'll keep up the ILS 7. No, not quite a displaced threshold. It's just unusable. There could be construction vehicles on it. The runway could be completely torn up. So I know DFW was completely torn up for a while, where you just physically, there was no more pavement. They were doing a lot of work on it. So there's a lot of different reasons a runway could be shortened, but the most common would be construction. Resurfacing, maybe they're installing a displaced threshold, drainage. I thought the Fort Lauderdale one was for drainage. I thought 10 left is tore up because they're trying to work on the drainage over there. I wish Spirit didn't cancel a 319neo order. That was our only reasonable chance on flying on one. I know it, dude. They were the only U.S. airline to have a 319neo on order. That was the plan. You know who killed that BKG Blueface? It wasn't Spirit. JetBlue. All JetBlue did, I still believe the JetBlue merger was all a plot to submarine the merger of Frontier and Spirit, because if that would have happened, JetBlue would have been dead in the water. So I don't believe they ever wanted to merge with Spirit, but what do I know? 290904 is set once, twice, and thrice. We're out of 18,000 feet. Let's make a radio call. Sangster traffic, JetBlue 357. We're just about 3 miles from Adsell. We're set up for the ILS 07 coming off the Lennar 7 arrival arc. Sangster traffic.
Sangster traffic, Spirit Wings 1422.
Just for the government to toss it. Yep, exactly. And you know what I have? You know what my compelling evidence is for that BKG Blueface? Is Hawaiian and Alaska merger just gets to go right through off into the sunset. So to me, something was fishy. It's anti-competitive. Anti-competitive? Go look at Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Tell me how many other airlines you see there. Go look at Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Go look at what's another one? It's anti-competitive. Shoot, I mean, all the major. Go look at Delta. Anybody seen the the main terminal at Detroit? LA, Newark. Go look at Newark. Tell me how anti-competitive Newark is. Yeah, give me a break. Miami. Houston, exactly. I know, we're not at 410 AJ, you're right. My apologies. We're not in the Learjet. Speaking of, we need to get in that Learjet, man. We need to get in that Learjet. All right, let's see what the poll said here. 69%, we're going to end it there. 69% have agreed with me that the Pratt & Whitney 1100 Juice Big Boy Neo is superior to the CFM Leaps. Gotta love it. I love this channel. Well, Alaska and Hawaiian only had 12 overlapping routes. Yeah. I'm sure that's why. I'm sure that's the only reason why. Mind you, we haven't seen a Pratt & Whitney on Microsoft yet either. Yes, true. Steven, that's 100% true, man. Oh, did I mention on the last stream? Salt Lake City Airport might be becoming one of my favorite airports. It's so nice, man. I've had some terminal appreciation time there the last couple weeks, and I've been walking through, checking out the different terminals. That airport is sweet. Salt Lake City is awesome. One of my new favorite places to fly. Well, I say new places. I haven't been there in years. I've been there a lot in the past 2 weeks. But it's nice. It's a great airport. Tons of restaurant options. The facilities are great. The bathrooms are nice. We're coming on through 10,000 feet. Seatbelt signs on, lights on. We're going to go ahead and select speed. 250 K knots, 250 selected. We're going to go perf, activate, confirm the approach phase. We're slowing down, speed out. Hey, Wingnut, how far are you from joining the arc?
About 8 miles out.
What's your speed?
Slowing to 250.
Okay, we'll slow it back to 210. High speed approved.
What? Service restriction? Oh, no.
All right, we're going to slow it up to 210 so we can let this Boeing driver figure out his Airbus. We're following a Boeing driver into Sangster. So this would be my our threat air management briefing for approach into Sangster this evening. Got any threats? Yeah, we're following an Airbus A320 who's flown by a 737 driver, former Navy fighter pilot. That's a threat. I think it was the ULCC versus LCC. Hawaii and Alaskan are pretty much the same. I call BS on that too, because what did Spirit do the next day? They're now supposedly LCC. Plus, you know that ULCC turned, I did a lot of research into all this because it was like the big aviation news for like, 2 years? And we hadn't seen a merger since, United and Continental? Or no, who was the last to merge? Virgin and Alaska. So it was pretty big news for aviation people that there was a merger happening. So I got into the weeds and looking at all the stuff. And Spirit was actually, Spirit was one of the first to coin the term ULCC. It's not even an official term. It's something that they came up with. So I don't really buy that either. You know, I don't buy that either. It just seemed too good of a deal for. And why would JetBlue pay that? No one was going to go for that. Come on, that wasn't going to happen. It just seemed too good to. It just too fishy, man. Too fishy. That's just my opinion. But like AJ said, we're not at 41,000 feet, so we got to save. We got to save these comments for a 450 stream. Weird to say this, but I'm looking forward to get back home from the U.S. to wrap up more flying lessons. Oh, very cool.
I've had the speed brakes out for the last 10 minutes.
Sounds like a skill issue. Speaking of, we're still hauling through here. We gotta get our speed brake out. Real Cowgirl, what part of the U.S. did you visit? I didn't know you were even in the U.S. That's awesome. Well, hopefully safe travels back. If you want more speed brake, disconnect the autopilot, go full speed brake.
I think the ship has sailed. I think I'm going landing gear at this point.
He's cooking it. We might actually have to turn off our slowing to 210 here on a managed descent like this at 3 degrees. This is a challenge in a 320. 321 and a 10-knot tailwind to boot. So this is a testament to the Fenix flight model. We've got full boards out for the 320 with the autopilot on, which is really half deflection. We're on our path with a 12-knot tailwind. Look at our speed. This is accurate. So I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. You see that VLS come up there, jumped up a little bit because we got a little bit more deflection. Now hopefully we'll get some speed trend here. We'll get below that VFE notch. We'll see if we can get flaps 1 out. And actually, since we can't go flaps 2 right now, it's better to go flaps clean here and descend. So we're going to go 210, open descent now. So look at that. Look at our speed coming back. That's what we want. So I'm not going to put flaps 1 out here just yet because that actually kind of hurts you. But we'll go ahead and re-engage autopilot 1. Look, the VLS goes back down because the speed brake deflection goes back down with the autopilot engaged. We're cooking with gas now. Let's go ahead and retract those. Flaps 1, slats are coming out. Beautiful modeling there. Beautiful. That is spot on, guys. Spot on. Ooh, a little bit of haze. Plus 25C. Nothing to worry about. Blue hour approach here. All right, let's go ahead and slow to
Thanks
180.
for traffic, Spirit Wing 1422's turn on to final runway 7.
Now we'll go more speed brake here. We should be able to get to 180 here, go flaps 2, and then once you're flaps 2, you're golden. You can slow down much easier. You're going to be stable. Let's see, watch that. VFE next, minus 10, flaps 2, here we go. We'll go ahead and just stow these right now. We're not going to need them. Flaps 2, 180. This airplane loves to fly. Flaps 2, 180. I'm hearing to land. Oh, very cool. Been here since February 26th and not leaving before May 1st. Falling out of a fully functional aircraft repeatedly. Very, very cool, Rail Cowgirl. Doing some skydiving then, huh? Awesome stuff. All right, flight recorders coming up. Oh, no, not flight recorder. Yeah, flight recorder.
Thanks for traffic, Spirit Wing 1422. Overshooting the localizer. Coming back.
Look at he's way out there.
Thanks for traffic, JetBlue 1327.
This is too good.
Just entering the Arkansas Airport runway, Bishop.
Let's go to 160. We'll help this guy out. Sanctuary traffic, JetBlue 357, 3,000 feet over Lennar, joining the Loc ILS 07, Sanctuary. Speed out star. I'm going to nav it here in the turn. Let's go ahead and arm
Why
it
did
up.
yours overshoot?
Glide slope blue, Loc blue, Captain Dual Pilot 1+2, Loc star. Pilot air. We're doing 160. I tell you what, let's start slowing to final. Let's come 150. We're going to go flaps 3 out of sequence here. We're trying to give him as much space as we can. We're definitely going out of sequence, but we're trying to slow up for this spiritual wings. Glide slope star Loc. Growing altitude, we'll call it 3,000 blue. Sanctuary traffic, JetBlue 357, 3,000 feet, to Lennar inbound, ILS 07. There he is. There's the spiritual wings. This ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to do some S turns here. Let's slow to final right now. Manage speed, gear down, flaps full. We gotta go all the way to final. Recording is on. This is gonna be way tight. 2 miles.
Thanks for traffic, Spirit Wings may be going around.
Sanctuary traffic, JetBlue 357. We'll do some S turns here for you and give you some time to get caught up. All right, let's go. Flight directors off, chat. Birds on. Give me the bird. Birds in chat. S turns on final, baby. Last time I had to do this was in Vegas, and I was like, probably shouldn't be doing that right now, but what the heck. So, common, not so common from air traffic control. Hey, JetBlue 357, give me some S turns, left or right, your choice. Now, doing them fully configured, also not optimal. But we just got to be mindful of our altitude here as we dance across the localizer. God, that looks so awesome, though. Oh, we got to turn our ANR off. ANR headsets are off so we can hear what the airplane's doing. We'll come out to the right one more time here.
Traffic. Spirit Wings 1422, 3 mile final, thanks, sir.
So he's at 3. I think we do one more here. We might make it work. Need to put you into night mode. All right, one more hard turn to the left. Need to turn these cabin lights off. A-Rot, no, it's it's not a mod, dude. I'm just touching the. I'm changing my flight simulator master volume in my audio panel. But I gotcha. Speed brakes armed. All right, landing checklist. Cabin crew advise auto thrust speed. Auto brakes off. ECAM memo. Landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Let's join up here on final. Spiritual wings radar contact lost. Did he disconnect? I think he disconnected.
Spirit Wings 1422, short final runway 7.
No, he's there. He made it. Beautiful. Thanks to traffic, JetBlue 357. We're 4 mile final, 07. Thanks, Jim. All right, rejoin the altitude here on the glide slope. Don't climb on the slope. That was kind of a poor S-turn by me, but ideally, if you got to do S-turns across the lope like that, you want to stay level and slightly descend. You don't ever really want to climb on the glide slope, so that kind of a bad technique there got away from me for a second. All right, but we're down 1,000 feet, stable, clear to land. Let's do this. JetBlue 357, call the ball. Airbus ball, 3.8.
1,000.
Blue hour approach is juice, isn't it, Cali Simmer?
Thanks for traffic. Spirit 1422 vacating on Bravo. I think all of our packs are flying JetBlue next time.
You got any bullet holes down there in your wing tanks? Oh, this is Jamaica. Wrong country.
Those are the least of our problems.
All right, he's clear. Runway's ours. 2 whites, 2 reds. Down we go. Come on, auto thrust. Do something. Help if I followed the glide slope, wouldn't it? Looks like glide slope's a little bit off. Follow those pappies down.
Above. Minimum.
I love the way the wind feels in the 2024. It just feels so much more flowy.
100.
Dude, ever since the update, look at this. I get this ever since the update. Stutter on short final every time.
30.
How am I supposed to land like that? Are you kidding me?
Drive.
Still greased it though. Still greased it. Rolled that sucker on. Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. Even with the stutters, we greased it. But that's happened to me the last 3 times we've tried to stream. Step on the brakes. 70 knots. We make it. Smoke the brakes. Gonna be hot brakes for the next crew. Not my problem. I'm going to the hotel. Just kidding. Don't do that. That's not nice. Clean it up. Let's go. Thanks for traffic. JetBlue 357 cleared runway 07 Bravo Texas Ram. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, traffic, JetBlue 1327, 3 mile final.
I wonder if that has to do with flight recorder. Because in my testing, it doesn't happen. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do an approach without flight recorder on. A319 to Rio tomorrow, Victor Silva. That is the plan, my friend. I'm not sure what time I have that stream scheduled for, but it's already scheduled. There might be a stream time adjustment, but yeah, we're going into Santos Dumont. Ooh, Rail Cowgirl. Have I tried clearing out the rolling cache? I have not. I have not. You're absolutely right. That is a known thing to fix. Thank you for that. I will do that at the conclusion of this stream. I will do that at the conclusion of this stream. Thank you, Rail Cowgirl. You might be 100% right. I hope you are. I hope you are correct. Because that's what it seems like. I need a streaming PC. I know, Johan. I know. Is it Johan? Is it Johan? Johan. Look at that. 3.6 on the fuel. Where's wrong side sim at? I need to scold him. Who dispatched us today? It's probably that one guy that will remain nameless, but I know he knows who I'm talking about. We're not going to spool the APU because we're going to go right into replay mode at 7 o'clock. I'm going to head home, start cooking. So we would spool the APU right now, though, and taxi on in. But we'll go ahead and park next to that Spiritual Wings over there. See if he's got any damage. Hard landing. It's Juhan. Juhan. All right. Thanks, man. All right, into the ramp we go. Night lighting in this sim, guys, is just where it's at. This does feel like a rolling cache issue because you see how it's doing it as I'm turning on the ground. This feels like a rolling cache issue. Hopefully tomorrow. And there's been a lot of update. We had a sim update. We had a world update. I need to clear rolling cache. I need to do it. Lucky number 13. Well, I tell you what. This wasn't how I envisioned today's stream going, but I'm glad we made it happen. I am glad we made it happen. Wow, I was off there. Unacceptable. Oh my goodness. You know what chase cam needs? Chase plane needs? It needs a parking cam. Burp. Oh, we were short. Alright. Look at that spiritual wangs over there. What tail number is that? 626 November Kilo. Spiritual wangs. Alright, we're down. Also clear shader cache, DirectX shader cache. Alright, I will do all of the above. Thanks, guys. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. It's been an honor flying with you, gentlemen.
Yeah, Spirit Wing 1422 is heading to the bar.
Hold the van. Alright, Maddie K, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, dude. Appreciate you. I'm plane spotting right now. Got your landing on video. Butter, I'm the 321 next to you. How'd the model match? You, the 321 JetBlue right there, man. Looking good. I think we had another JetBlue land right behind us as well. So, man, we came up way short on that, huh? They're going to have to get a tug, pull us forward 6 inches. Get rid of AMD setup? Yeah, Josh, I'm looking. I already priced out an Intel build. All right, full screen cam disconnecting from my Veo Premium. Thanks again, Maddie K, for the $5 super chat. Let's see how we did here on the replay. Oh no. Hold on, stop replay. Gotta get all my lights on. Oh, they're ticking. Huh. I'm gonna run this forward. I'll let y'all watch the S-turns in the real-time replay. We're gonna watch this here by itself. Oh, I gotta dim the cabin here. The cabin's driving me nuts. Panel states, sim settings, cabin lights off, juice. Wind the time back a little bit. Rail Cowgirl dropping the 10 gifted memberships. Rail Cowgirl, thank you so much for that. Very, very kind of you for the 10 gifted sub bomb. Appreciate you. One of us. Welcome to Team Green, everybody. Make sure you shout out Rail Cowgirl. Check out her channel as well. Real World Train Driving. I love the snow ones when you're driving through the snowy mountains. Very cool stuff. Thanks again for the membership bomb. Thank you all for the support. Thanks for the super chats, bank angle checks. Thank you, Callie Simmer. Thank you, Ali Sammy, AJ Funari, Maddie K, also dropping me 10 gifted memberships. Maddie K, thank you so much, man, coming in here at the end, catching me off guard. I appreciate an additional 10 gifted memberships from Maddie K. You guys are awesome. We're getting the stream content fired up, y'all. We're going to clear the rolling cache. We're going to get rid of these stutters, and we're going to be streaming. Hopefully 2 streams tomorrow. Hopefully 2 streams on Friday. Probably a stream on Saturday. Maybe a stream on Sunday. Who knows? We're going to be flying a lot. We're going to be streaming a lot because I am back, and we're going to have some fun. So thank you all for this one. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. We'll see you tomorrow going to Santos Dumont in the 319 Sharklet. Allegedly. I'm V1. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Soup!